and the Todd Family YouTube video, wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you jump on here live, here on this Tuesday evening, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And share the video on all social media platforms. Today is the birthday of one of the best wrestlers of all time, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's the best entertainer of all time in the wrestling business. Now, the greatest entertainer of all time is Michael Jackson, but I'm talking about strictly wrestling. The best wrestling entertainer of all time is probably, in my opinion, the second best wrestler of all time behind Ric Flair, but he's definitely the best entertainer, and that is Michael Hickenbottom, better known as Shawn Michaels. He turns 60 years old today. Good evening, Kevron. Glad to have you here. And they say deaths come in three. I've heard that all my life. And we've lost Malcolm Jamal Warner, and we've lost Ozzy Osbourne in the past couple of days. So if the old adage that deaths come in three is correct, there's one more coming in the next couple of days from the entertainment business. But tonight, I want to talk some TNA Slammiversary, since that took place on Sunday. And just like with AEW, I'm not going to talk about the pre-show, just the main card. We had 7 matches on the main card, and since Slammiversary is basically TNA's WrestleMania, and it's called Slammiversary because it celebrates the anniversary of TNA, which has now been around, I want to say, 23 years. I can remember the first time I saw it was on a Friday afternoon. I want to say it was in the summertime, and it came on at 3 o'clock Eastern time on the local Fox Sports regional channel, and I saw it, and I remember seeing Psychosis, and then I remember seeing Jeff Jarrett, and I thought, what is this? And 23 years later, it's still around. Good evening, FC. Glad to have you here. And yes, I just mentioned Ozzy Osbourne Metal. Glad to have you here. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Please feel free to give the video a like and a thumbs up. But the main card kicked off with Mustafa Ali beating Cedric Alexander. I believe that was Cedric Alexander's TNA pay-per-view debut. Matt Cardona and the System beat Dark State. Indy Hartwell beat Tessa Blanchard. JC Jane beat Masha Slamovich in a winner-take-all match. So JC Jane is now the NXT Women's Champion and the TNA Knockouts Champion. Leon Slater beat Moose to become the new X Division Champion. The Hardys beat the Nemeths, the Rascals, and First Class in a fatal 4-way match to become TNA Tag Team Champions. Hey there, Horizon. Glad to have you here. And in the main event, we saw Trick Williams beat Joe Hendry and Mike Santana to retain the TNA World Championship. Now, the attendance was, I want to say it was 7,623, I believe was the number they quoted. Hey there, Samantha. Good to have you back. It was 7,623, I think. If not, I might be off by a couple of numbers, but it was over 7,600, and it was the largest crowd for TNA. So if anybody has any wonder that TNA working with WWE is not helping, that should answer your question. Now, since it was Slammiversary, we had some surprises. Zilla Fatu, who is the son of Umaga, and the real one, who used to wrestle as Enzo Mare, are now officially in TNA. And after the Hardy Boys won, Bully Ray came out and said that, "Hey there, Sammy. Glad to have you here. And Samantha, I'm sorry you didn't get notified. Maybe you thought you clicked the bell and you didn't. I'm not really sure why you didn't get notified, but I thought clicking the bell meant you automatically got notified, so I'm not sure." Samantha, Bully Ray came out and said that the Hardy Boys and Team 3D are the best two tag teams of all time. "Hey there, Rahul. Glad to have you here." And they need to go one more time. So coming up in October at Bound for Glory, which is basically TNA's SummerSlam. Good to see you. I don't want to interrupt. Hope you had a good day. I did, Samantha. To me, every day is a good day. There's no such thing as a bad day. I think we let bad moments make us have bad days. But after Bully Ray came out and said that the two best tag teams of all time, he said they need to go at it one more time. That'll be at Bound for Glory. And by the time Bound for Glory gets here, Matt Hardy is going to be 51. Jeff, who's the youngest of the four, is going to be 48. Bully is 54. And Devon is 53. So you're going to see three guys 51 and up, and one guy 48 in a tag team match at Bound for Glory. The only thing I would have done differently, y'all please don't flirt with Samantha. She seems like a very, very nice young lady. She watches the channel all the way from New York, and I don't want to run her off. So y'all please be respectful of Samantha. I would greatly appreciate it. The only thing I would have done differently is that I would personally have given Mike Santana the TNA World Championship. Trick Williams has a bright future, phenomenal wrestler, but the show is in New York. That's where Mike Santana is from. You've got the largest crowd TNA's ever had in North America. Basically, in Mike Santana's hometown. It's your biggest show of the year. And people love Mike Santana. They love Mike Santana organically. It's not Jey Uso, which is a contrived love. The love for Mike Santana is organic. People love Mike Santana. So I think it would have been phenomenal to give Mike Santana the belt. I think TNA missed the best chance ever to give Mike the belt. Hopefully he'll still get it one day, but I think Sunday was the best time. And thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. And I wasn't trying to make you mad if I did. I apologize, but you'd be surprised how many times women come on here and they just come on here and they want to chit chat, and then guys come on here and instantly start flirting, and it makes the females feel uncomfortable. So I wasn't trying to make you mad, Sammy. If so, I apologize. I just want Samantha to stick around because she seems like a nice lady, and she's been watching the channel pretty regularly here on a recent basis. And Sammy, I'm guessing you want me to say Nuguna. If that's wrong, I apologize. But outside of, to me, Mike Santana should have got the world championship. I thought Slammiversary was good. There was a chance that AJ Styles could have had a match, but they pulled the plug on that, changed their mind. I'd have been okay with it either way. You know, it's their biggest show of the year. AJ Styles is their best wrestler ever, so I'd have understood it if he wrestled, but him not wrestling, I understand that as well. I figured, Sammy, either your N was silent or your J was silent, and I appreciate that, Samantha. I really do. I've been married, it'll be 14 years in December. If you are on Samantha, you can type my name up on Facebook and see pictures of my wife and my kids. If not, you can go back on the YouTube channel. And I used to have an intro video back when I pre-recorded the videos, but now that I go live most of the time, I don't have one anymore. But I used to have an intro video, and the intro video had a picture of my whole entire family, but I probably got rid of that. I don't know, I guess I'd say probably about a year ago now, so you'd have to scroll back a long, long way. Or you could just, if you're on Facebook, get on Facebook, type my name up. I'm easy to find. And then you can click on photos and see my wife and my kids. Now, all the pictures my wife took, I'm not a picture taker, never have been. I've been in front of cameras all my life, so I have no problem being in pictures, but I'm just not a picture taker. But I've been married to be 14 years in December. I love my wife, love my kids. Bye, Sammy. Thank you for stopping by, and I apologize for saying your name wrong. And if none is silent, I'm going to say it's pronounced Njuguna. Hopefully that is correct. Sammy, come back some other time. But Samantha, after all these years of being married, I try to respect women and let all women know that I treat women the way they should be treated and not disrespectful, because I want all women to be here on the channel, and I want all women that see me out in public to know that I'm a happily married man, and the only woman I have any desire for is my wife. So I try to respect all women. Been married too long to mess that up. But Samantha, if you're on Facebook, please feel free to type my name up and look at my beautiful wife and my wonderful kids. I've got an 11-year-old daughter and twin boys that turned 7 last month. And December will be 14 years of being married. So I'm a lucky man. You're not allowed to have social media. Well, that sucks because of paranoia. We are allowed YouTube for research. Bummer. Samantha, I think you should be able to have it outside of work. I understand them not wanting you to have it, like on the job site, because, if you work for some kind of big time company, they're not going to want, any kind of company leaks to get out. But you should be able to talk to people outside of work. That's just my personal opinion. I know people here locally where I am that work in certain plants, and when they're at the plant, they're not allowed to take any pictures or any videos of anything inside the plant due to work stuff. And I get that, but to me, your job shouldn't be allowed to tell you that you can't talk to people on social media outside of work. But if you look very, very closely, Samantha, if I'm not mistaken, on my YouTube home screen, if you just type up Ref Brandon and the Todd Family, last I checked, the picture on the logo for YouTube is me and my beautiful wife. So you won't see the kids, but you will at least see my wife. That picture was taken probably about 4 years ago when I started this here YouTube channel, but my wife does not age, so she looks exactly the same. But I look a little bit older, but I believe we took that picture and posted it for our YouTube right before I started the channel, and it's been the profile picture ever since then. And I believe it's still the same thing, and I started this channel in March of 2021, so it's been about 4.5 years now, and I think it's been a picture of me and her since we started the channel. But in almost 14 years of marriage, my wife has not aged at all. She looks exactly the same now as she did when we got married. I, on the other hand, have aged like old, rotten, out-of-date, spoiled milk, but my wife has not aged at all, and I'm glad you are a twin. Samantha, my wife has twin siblings, and they're 35, but she was always told that twins skip a generation, so we always thought, well, if they skip a generation and, she's got twin siblings, then we won't have twins. And we did. But that's okay. But I tell my daughter all the time, she better be glad she was born first, because if we'd had twins first, she wouldn't be here at all. Hey there, Star. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Star, feel free to give the video a like and a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, Star, please do so. And I don't think you have, because I believe, Star, this is the first time I've seen your name in the comment section. So thank you for stopping by. And you're just in time for our dad joke of the day. How does Bigfoot tell time? He looks at his Sasquatch. We've got twin boys, Samantha. We have a daughter and we have twin boys. If I said twin girls, I apologize. Our daughter's 11, but our boys are twins and they are 7 years old. But until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.